Joining on the Sectional Podcast, we have Dana and Steph. How you guys doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Not bad. Thanks for coming on the show. First off, Dana, you are the person that almost got me punched in the face.
That was me. Yeah.
In Calgary.
Yeah.
And that was actually the first road trip that you guys come and hung out with us, and I almost took a fist right in the kisser because of that. Tell everybody this story, because I've mentioned it on Twitter many times, but nobody's actually heard the story.
All right. So it was Labor Day Classic 2014. Beautiful day, and the Eskimos were losing, so it got a little heated. Some guys were just chirping off to our group, so I decided to throw some sunflower seeds at them, and before you know it, they turned around and didn't know it was me.
And he looked right at me.
Yeah.
That was after it was like a chirp fest for the entire fourth quarter, because Buddy would, like, stand up, turn around, and be like, oh, what now? What now, you losers? And it's like, okay, like, but
yeah,
take a lap. Calm the fuck down. And then he wanted to take a picture with us, and do you remember Brody Moondum? Like, just flashed his ass right in the guy's face?
Yes.
Good times. That was actually a great weekend, because we went down the night before, and we all just got schmammered with Dale and Postma.
Yeah,
on
the night before was
17th of.
Yeah. Like,
do you remember much from that night?
Everything.
Really?
You're the only two sober people there.
You guys were sober? Bullshit. Steph, you also hijacked Dale's motorcycle that day.
Yeah, I did.
Later that night.
That happened
on Twitter.
Yeah.
You did, because we woke up and Dale comes into the room in a fog, and he's like, so this happened yesterday, and we're like, what? And yeah, there's this picture of you riding his bike. You could have laid that thing down and nobody would have ever known.
No, could have blamed it on Sean Lemon.
You guys excited for the game?
Yeah, we're pumped.
Tell me, what's going on game day for you?
Well, I work till 3:30.
Do you have to work the next day?
No,
I took it Friday?
off. I took it off purposely. Like,
you took Friday off?
Yes.
So you just getting blitzed or what?
Yeah, like, everyone at work thinks I'm just doing something on Friday, but it's just so I could go crazy Thursday.
You lied to your boss? What'd you tell him?
No, I didn't lie. I just said that I'm doing something. And doing something will be just being useless and hungover.
Steph, what do you do on game day?
I head to Dana's, man.
Yeah.
That's where the party's at.
Is Dana the leader of the pack between you two?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do everything she says?
No.
No?
We have a give and take relationship.
Do you guys have the type of relationship that makes other people question your sexuality?
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh my god.
Mostly just our parents.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been friends for?
Since Steph was born.
20 years.
Yeah.
So your parents were friends, and then you guys just grew up together? Is that how that worked?
Yeah, I mean, if you grow up in Wasetna, you don't really get to choose your friends, so you're just stuck with whoever is around your age group. Luckily enough, it was Steph for me. Oh.
I got a funny story about Wasetna, actually, and I was driving up. Where was I going to? I can't remember, but I saw a sign, and I learned later it's pronounced Wasetna, but I was like, where the fuck is Waskatanu? And I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So I finally get up to my buddy's place at his cabin, and he goes, what took you so long? He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I took a detour in Waskatanu. And he looks at me, he's like, what? I'm like, didn't think anything was wrong. He goes, it's Wasetna, not Waskatanu.
Not even close.
Not even close. Is that a Ukrainian community? Are you both Ukrainian?
We are both Ukrainian, but the name Wasetna is Indian. It means like opening in the bank or something, because we're right by the North Saskatchewan River, so.
You still bringing pierogies underneath the Jumbotron at halftime?
Oh, we can. We definitely can get on that. No, there's this amazing lady in Section O last year. She just brought, like, buffet loads of food to the game and handed them out, luckily, like, a few rows below her, which happened to be our seats. And that changed our game experience. Having
now, have you met this lady before, or she just showed up randomly one day with basically an assortment of food.
No, I've never met her before, and then she just started handing out pierogies and beans and meats and sour cream. Like, it changed our lives.
Is she your new best friend at the game?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be friends with her forever.
I'd like to know how she manages to smuggle in basically a buffet, and I have trouble bringing in a can of Coke.
I know.
How does this work?
I don't know how she does it, because at the West semifinal, we cooked a whole bunch of lazy holubchi, which is Ukrainian lazy cabbage rolls. We, brought it in this tinfoil container, and as soon as we got to the security, they're like, oh, you cannot bring that in. And we're like, what the hell? This lady brings in all this food, and we just bring it in one. And eventually they let us bring it in because, why would they?
Well, she's older, right?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, see, that's why. That's why nobody ever gives the old ladies a hard time.
No, that's true. You gotta respect them, so.
Always the young people. So if you ever have to move drugs through an airport, get your grandma to do the dirty work for you.
Okay, I have a funny story. In Section O, 2 seasons ago, there were these other old ladies that brought in, 3 bags of chips, and they cut the bag of chips open from the bottom and put in, beer cans into the bags of chips and snuck them in.
Costco-sized
Yeah,
bags of
Costco-sized bags of chips. And they just, smuggled in probably 2 dozen beer in their backpacks, and the security just thought it was chips. So,
That is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
If people are listening, I don't condone this, because you should try and buy from the concessions all you can, because the money goes back into the team. But if you're going to smuggle booze in, that is probably the best idea I've ever heard. And it probably also works for church.
Oh,
you can smuggle booze into church.
Yeah, who hasn't, taken chips or little Mickey into church?
Every time I go to a wedding, I bring some booze, mostly because I don't want to be there.
Yeah, you gotta lube up before.
Got to get all sauced. That's what weddings are all about. Just getting sauced on somebody else's dime.
Mm-hmm. Toonie bars are shit.
What's a wedding like in Wasetna then? What happens there?
Well, basically the whole town's invited.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and...
Eat as much Ukrainian food as possible.
And then once you're done eating, 2 hours later, there's another lunch, midnight snack, and you just eat more.
Drink.
And that's it.
What's your booze of choice?
Oh, it depends on the day. I can't do beer. It just brings me down. So I'm either vodka or spiced rum. Just depends on the day. One day I could want a Caesar, the next day I want spiced and Coke. So.
Do you remember what we were drinking the Sunday night at the Labor Day? I think it was a bit of everything, wasn't it?
You guys definitely had beer. I think I might have had vodka. No, I had spiced rum because it tasted like tequila or something, and I complained about it.
That's true.
Do you remember the West Final the night before when we all went to the keg?
Yes, that was so much fun.
And you wanted to disrupt Mike Riley's family gathering, and we had to talk you out of it?
Yeah, I went to the bathroom a few times just so I could walk by him.
Is he your favorite player?
Yeah, I would say so, for sure.
Steph?
Currently.
Who's your favorite player?
Yeah, probably Mike, as of now.
He's just such a warrior. You have nothing but respect for the guy, and he's just...
I think you just like his beard.
That too, he's easy on the eyes, for sure.
He's your man crush?
Yeah.
Steph, same thing? Man crush Mike Riley?
Definitely.
He's married now, though, so he's kind of tied down. I don't know if you girls can...
Yeah, no, I've met his wife now twice. We actually ran into Mike at Boston Pizza 2 years ago after the preseason game. We're all just in there and watching the highlights from the game, and which was an hour before that. And then Mike and his parents walked in, and we're just like, holy shit, is that Mike? And it was just us and him in the lounge at Boston Pizza, and took some pictures with him. I think we bought him and his parents food. And our other friend, Greg Duma, who you probably know, he has that Esks jersey that says Riders Suck. He ordered half of all Boston Pizza's bacon that night and ate it.
To himself?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. In front of Mike Riley?
Beside him, not in front.
That is...
Yeah.
Did Mike Riley come sit beside you guys?
No, we let him sit with his parents. Because, they lost that game, so he actually apologized to us for being shitty, but, And then...
Really?
Yeah. Then the second time I met him and his wife was at Commonwealth after the West Final when we drove back from Calgary.
I remember that because I was sitting in Dale's Jeep and Dale was driving back, and I just got the smart idea. I was like, hey, why doesn't everybody go to Commonwealth? And actually it was just me, Dale, and you guys, so whatever, kind of backfired. But it was still pretty cool because we saw the buses roll in, and then I had to work the next day, so we ditched kind of early, but you stuck around in the players' parking lot, and tell me what happened there.
Yeah, we drove over there. Well, actually, I fell down the hill because it was really icy, but anyway, we drove over to the players' parking lot, and I think someone came up to us and said, like, oh, do you guys have a snow brush? And we're like, oh, yeah, like, here you go. And eventually everyone used the snow brush because it snowed a shit ton that day and that weekend. And I think then Calvin McCarty brought it back to us and then gave us a hug, and we just started to thank everyone because it was such a great season, really.
Darius Bowman dropped your phone?
He did. We were taking a picture with Fred Stamps, and Bowman just dropped my phone in the friggin' snow, and it never worked the same since then, but I got a new one since then. But
you may be the last Eskimo fan to take a picture with Fred Stamps. Do you know that?
Yeah, we actually might be.
How does that make you feel?
Pretty special.
Did you watch him against Montreal when he played Calgary?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Kind of heartbreaking?
Doesn't look right, and his dreads aren't there anymore, so he's just a changed man.
Everybody that comes on the show, we always mention Fred Stamps, and everybody's got the same sympathetic feeling that Fred Stamps isn't playing with the Eskimos anymore. But, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and we got a new crop receiver, so hopefully we can lay a shit kicking on Ottawa.
Oh, yeah. We will,
and
for sure.
You guys going to be loud?
Yeah, we're going to bring our horns, some cowbells. I'm probably going to put on my CFL pick'ems 100% confidence we're going to win. I don't know. Just feeling good about it.
Where are you in that? Are both you guys playing that pick'ems game?
No, not Steph, just me.
What's your ranking?
I haven't even looked because I don't even want to, but I'm sure it's terrible because I never predicted the first week would be like that.
Are you in our group?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, because I haven't gone and looked either. I actually should probably log on after this and go have a look, but I'm scared. I'm totally afraid.
I'm so scared because the first week I got it all wrong. So I thought Ticats would beat the Stamps for sure in the rematch, but...
And now you're negative points.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. We'll catch you at halftime underneath the Jumbotron, which has kind of become our unofficial meeting place because we both are on opposite sides of the stadium, so...
Yeah.
I'll probably be drunk.
Will you bring some stickers?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
All right, guys. See you later.
Okay. See you. Talk to you later.
We got him back all the way up from Fort Nelson, BC, chilling in his brother's hot tub right now. Section GP, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, Section O, it's finally here. Home opener is upon us. We are stoked over here.
It's almost like Edmonton doesn't play in the league anymore because we haven't had a home game for so long. So now everybody's been all cooped up. We've been watching it on TV. Now it's time to actually head down to Commonwealth and make some real fucking noise.
Goddamn right. Fuck, it's almost too much build-up. It's almost too much. I'm going to explode just watching it on TV. But I encourage everybody in Edmonton and in the area, buy some tickets. Get your friends together. Let's ramp it up. This is our home opener. This is the best time. It's beautiful weather. Hell, even if it's not beautiful weather, let's fucking go.
Tonight's supposed to be clear skies. It's going to be about 21 degrees at kickoff. The rain is probably not going to happen until the middle of the night. What else are you going to do on a Thursday night? Watch American Idol? No.
Well, isn't Big Brother on?
Oh boy, better stay home, watch Big Brother. Who wants to watch an exciting Eskimos team with Matt Nichols leading the charge, lighting up Ottawa when you can stay home and drink a coffee and watch Big Brother?
Well, yeah. I mean that's what I don't want to do. But yeah, I hear you.
You know, Matt Nichols is our guy, and after the rant we had last week, I hope more people get on board with him. This guy's going to fucking shit kick Ottawa, and it's going to be a great time. And everybody, you know, get your tickets. You know, I've been on a tweeting spree right now. I'm doing this interview right now. It's a Tuesday, but when you're listening to this, it's going to be Thursday afternoon before the game. And I was tweeting Don Iveson. I'm trying to start this new trend. It's called #40,000 Thursday night. You got some pretty good passion. You get pretty fired up over this. Give me your best fucking everybody get to the stadium. Go Esks, go. Let's do this.
All right, everybody. It's July. It's your home opener. It's your Edmonton Eskimos. When Ottawa's out there on offense, it's time to make some noise for the defense. Let them hear you. Wrap it up.
You know what? you could probably make that noise up 10 hours away in Fort Nelson. We could probably hear you down in Commonwealth.
I hope so. This whole town is going to want me kicked out on Thursday at about 8:30 when it's the middle of the fourth quarter. Or maybe about 8:15 just after I finish singing my version of the fight song.
After your bazillionth rum shot?
Yeah, exactly. I want to also make a comment, if I may, specifically, before we go on anymore. Just about football, we had a beautiful rant last week. Matt Nichols is our guy. The people that shit on Matt Nichols or any of our players need to cut it out. We know that. But I just want to clarify that I am indeed on your side. I'm on his side. He's our guy. I was just shedding a little light on his opportunity and how he needs to seize it personally, professionally, everything. I just wanted to say that. He's the man. This is a huge opportunity. He's going to excel. I just needed to get that off my chest.
I think all the haters are going to be eating their words tonight when he throws for 400 yards and a couple of TDs. Kenny Stafford, Nate Kuhorn, and Darius Bowman's going to get a few. Oh, fuck, I'm excited for tonight.
I am so fucking excited. It's not even funny. There's something about the home opener. The season opener in general is always exciting because if it's a television event for us or if we're attending, it's great. If it's a road game, it's still great. It's awesome. But this is the home opener. This is when we get to make our mark on the league. We get to showcase on national TV how passionate we are, how loud we are, how crazy we are. It's not just, I hate to bring it up, but it's not just the people in Regina that can get up and go crazy. It's everybody. We see it league-wide, and it's time for us to take our turn. There's no other games going on Thursday night. We're the first game of the week. We're playing a football team that's pretty freaking good right now, playing really good hard-nosed defense. This is a great matchup. Everything about it is just fantastic. I kind of want to throw it back to you. Do you have any good season opener, home opener memories?
Actually, I do. It was super hot. Oh, what was it now? 5-6 years ago? I can't remember, but it must have been 32, 35 degrees, somewhere in the mid-30s. We're sitting there, and we're all chugging water, drinking beer, whatnot, trying to stay hydrated, and Darlene, she sits in front of us, and it's about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I think we were winning, and all of a sudden, she's got this big water bottle, and just starts spraying everybody. And then from there, we're like, all right, game on. And we started this gigantic water fight in Section O amongst ourselves. And everybody had a cool, and security just runs over in about 0.5 seconds. What's going on here? And we're just like, oh, relax. We're all cool. We're just cooling off. Yeah, we started a water fight.
That's absolutely fantastic. Do you know if we won the game?
You know what? I can't remember. That was so long ago, and it was a little bit of a blur. That was back when I was allowed to drink beer. I'm a celiac now.
Oh, so. Right.
Hit me with your season opener story.
It was July 2nd, 2009. Season opener and home opener. It was against Winnipeg. Probably 7 o'clock start. And it was actually Mel's parents, their first ever CFL experience. It was the four of us that went to the game. We had bought tickets a couple of months before in advance because we knew we were going to be in Edmonton for the Canada Day stretch for like 3 nights. I'll also mention it's where we met Steve from Section U and kind of started this whole Section GP connection with Edmonton. So there was a lot of build-up. We had Ricky Ray coming in as our starting quarterback for another year. We had Jesse Lumsden coming in as our big free agent signing star running back. Halfway into that first quarter, our 30-degree sunny day dropped about 5 degrees and the skies opened up and we had a torrential downpour. And a bunch of fans went to the concourse, and I understand why. Maybe they weren't prepared, they were uncomfortable in the moisture, whatever it may be. So even though a bunch of people were in the concourse and there was a lot less people down in the lower bowl, we were sitting in Section U, row 1. We were right behind the visitor bench. The atmosphere actually amplified a little bit because those of us that stayed behind and watched the game in the downpour, we were intoxicated, we were loud, we were heckling. And there was something about the rain and the less people, the heckling got through to the Blue Bomber players more easily. And I'm going to have a Throwback Thursday tweet on this on Thursday because I've got a photo of a Darius Bowman in his Blue Bomber uniform that day, right as I'm heckling him. And it's actually kind of funny because in hindsight, I feel really bad about telling the guy a bunch of bad things. But,
he played for the Bombers at the time, so it's acceptable.
It's totally acceptable. My own father could be playing for the Blue Bombers, and I'm going to heckle him. That's just the way I am. So yeah, it was just an awesome game. The defense smashed him in the mouth, and I heckled Alexis Cerna, the Blue Bomber kicker, for the entire warm-up. I was screaming, Cerna's kick is wide left! Cerna's kick is up and it's wide, and he heard me loud and clear. He actually tried to avoid me, and he started walking away from where we were sitting. He couldn't handle it. Fast forward 3 hours, and after Richie Hall uses a timeout to ice him, Alexis Cerna's kick to tie the game and force overtime is wide left. He's wide left. Esks win 19-17. What an awesome memory.
You know what? I got a couple other stories from Section O, as there always is in the 10 years that we've been sitting there. Speaking of tweeting Don Iveson earlier, he actually came and specifically went on an adventure to come find us. And we're watching the game. It was against Toronto. And I see Don Iveson poke his head up from the tunnel on the second level coming up. And I'm like, is that Don Iveson? Stand up. Don! And I'm waving and flailing. And he looks up. He goes, oh, there you are. And he comes up and he hung out with us for about half a quarter taking pictures. And you know how Norm likes to do the illegal gambling lottery attendance pool, right?
Well, which I've won before.
Which you have won before. And if anybody's listening that doesn't know what it is, if you come up to Section O, it costs you $1. You guess the attendance. And it's like Price is Right, okay? The closest to the attendance wins the pool. And it's slowly growing. It used to be $20, $25. We're averaging now in, the mid-30s. And yeah, it's nothing like the 50-50, but it's something fun to do. And, I mean, for $1, you can get better odds than the 50-50 and walk out with $40. There's your drinking money for the weekend, or go buy a tank of gas. And, oh, fuck, I'm super excited for this thing. I actually forgot about that, so I'm looking really forward to doing this. I went and I picked up the pins today from Canada Post, and they're all ready to go. And, oh, man, can you tell I'm fired up?
Oh, man, I'm shaking. I'm just as fired up as you. We're almost too fired up for this podcast. This podcast can't contain the Eskimo Empire.
I'm gonna get a drink to calm down here. Like, oh my God! But I know as soon as I do that, it's just gonna go right off the rails. So, what's happening at Fort Nelson? You bringing your Grand Prairie tailgate up to the?
Well, yeah, in a way, we've got a lot of family all collaborating because there's a wedding, and that's why the main reason we're here. The wedding's on the Saturday, so the Thursday, we're already here, and then we got an abundance of family members from Saskatchewan and from Fort St. John and so on, all coming up. It's kind of a collaboration day. So the football game is going to be happening, and I'm going to be kind of rudely ignoring socializing for about 3 hours. But, I'm going to be making a bunch of noise, and Melanie will be joining me, and it's going to be kind of funny. It's going to be funny because watching Eskimo football and freaking out about CFL football is not something that really goes on around here.
Who's in charge of the barbecue that day?
I don't know, and I don't care. Who knows? Not me. You can come up to me at lunchtime, I'll grill something. But anytime within 90 minutes of kickoff, I'm locked into 6:30 Ched. I'm locked into Twitter, and I am.
But you're firing up the grill earlier in the day, aren't you?
I have no plans to do it specifically because my priority is to make sure I can watch that event. But if there's sausage and burgers and steak and pork shoulder, yeah, I'll get it on the grill early and I'll get it cooked for everybody. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah! I gotta go with what you know, right?
Hey,
where's the liquor store in Fort Nelson? Have they known you by name yet?
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, there's at least 2 here, and we've just been hitting up the one that's next to the grocery store so we can get pop for those mixed drinkers. They're kind of wondering what's with the Eskimo Oiler guy roaming around town.
You brought your jersey, right?
I'm wearing one of my extra jerseys right now. Plus, don't forget, I got the tattoos blazing in the sunshine for everyone to look at and go, what the hell?
You know what? Fort Nelson isn't going to know what the hell hit them.
No, they're not.
You should probably give a courtesy call to the RCMP and just be like, hey, listen, it's just Eskimos football. It's allowed.
I should probably do that. Just establish a rapport with those guys, just so they understand that I'm freaking out. I'm not actually going to jump through the TV and break anyone's back, even though I say I am. I'm not actually going to do it.
Well, you know who is going to be jumping up and down is going to be the 40,000 in Commonwealth tonight, and hopefully, we get a good walk-up crowd. Let's make this electric. The team is 0-1. Okay, Ottawa's coming in 2-0, and I don't care what anybody says. The players, when you get 40,000 yelling at you on defense, it fires the D-line up. It fires the linebackers up. Henry Burris is going to get hurt.
Yep.
If we all make noise, Henry Burris is going to get
hurt.
Yes,
it's going to affect the Ottawa offense. Everybody get up and make some noise when we're on defense. That's how football works.
And if it's anything like what we had at the West semifinal when we had 26,000 making noise, imagine we bring that same passion, 40,000, 42,000.
Let's crank it up. Section O, you guys are going to go nuts. We got friends in Section S, Section K and Section U specifically that we know personally, they are going to go crazy. We need everybody else to join.
What do you say to the people that are like, hey, can you sit down in front of me, please? I'm trying to watch the game here.
You got to be careful because you're right. Because when you buy tickets, you are supposed to sit down during play. So we understand that.
There's a time and a place.
There's a time and a place. You got to be careful how you do it. But it's 2nd and 10 or 2nd and 20. The opposing offense breaks the huddle. They start to line up. I'm sorry. That's when we need to ramp up the noise. I suppose, in a way, maybe do the noise without standing up if you have to. But really, the majority of our attendees need to get up off their chair, use your noisemaker, clap your hands, do the oh, make some noise and make it a living hell for Henry Burris and the Ottawa offense. So what do you say to the people that are bothered by that? I don't know what to say to that. We just need to try to convince them otherwise.
Just tell them to watch a game in Regina. Nobody sits down in Regina. And you know what? If you guys got a problem, if you're doing it in a friendly sort of way, you're making noise, your passion, you don't have to paint your face. You don't got to get dressed up like we do. But, you got to make it positively affects people around you. And I understand you're going to get one or two people that are like, sorry, I didn't sign up for this. Can you guys calm the fuck down? I'd say about 99% of the time, you positively affect everybody around you, and it just makes the atmosphere better. And that's what we need tonight.
Yes.
We need everybody to make noise and just go buck wild because the Eskimos need to go 1-1, and we need to carry this momentum going back into Harperland and kick the shit out of Ottawa again. Oh,
absolutely. There's help out there. When Al Stafford says, who wants the ball back, you 30, 40,000 need to say we do at 10 million decibels. And when punter holds up the sign that says D, the east side says D, and when Nanook holds up the sign that says fence, the west side says fence. Follow it. Do it. Let's join forces and let's create a team of fans here. We are the Eskimo Empire.
Fuck yeah. You know what? I wish that the stadium had 40,000 people exactly like you.
Oh, well, that's a lofty compliment. I appreciate it.
You come down from Grand Prairie every once in a while. I understand you're in a bit of a predicament up there that we don't need to go to, but the chances that you do make it to the game, that's an experience for you. You don't get to experience as often as we do, and some people kind of take it for granted. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Oh, nothing. Let's just go to the Eskimo game. Guys, you got to listen to Rory here. It's event when he comes to the game, and we all need to make the 10 games, the 9 games, however many games we go to. We need to make that as magical and as special and as loud as when Rory comes down for his 1 or 2 games.
You almost made me cry. Just kidding.
Well, anybody that's sitting down, you know what? You're missing out. I need everybody to stand up. It's the end of the third quarter. You know what time it is, Rory?
I know what time it is.
Everybody turn the volume up on your podcast right now. Get out of your chair. Get out of your car. Stand up. You know what's coming your way?
It's a little time for some Eskimotion.
All right, let's do this, Rory. You ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Give it away. 1.
We're cheering fight, fight, fight on Eskimos. We're marching right, right, right on Eskimos. We're charging down the field for all to see and shouting rah, 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 fight on to victory. We're fighting on till every game is won. The green and gold is bold, and when we're done, we'll tell the world we're proud of Edmonton and the Edmonton Eskimos.